पंचेंद्रिय का छोड़ दे बंधन, तन मन से तू हो जा समर्पण। पंचेंद्रिय का छोड़ दे बंधन, तन मन से तू हो जा समर्पण। दिव्य ज्योतिर्मय देह धारण कर, बाबा के पास जा होके मगन। प्रेम की डोर में मोती पिरो के, प्रेम की डोर में मोती पिरो के, कर ले सच्चा श्रृंगार। उड़ जा प्यारे वतन में, नीले अंबर के उस पार, नीले अंबर के उस पार। पंछी रे
Om Shanti, sweet children. Your old enemy is Ravan. Your war is very dangerous. The more you have with the one, the more power you will receive to conquer the enemy. Question is, how is the department of you Brahmins completely separate from that of human beings? And which department is it? Answer. The department of you Brahmin is to become pure and make others pure by following Srimad. You burn your sins away with the power of yoga. The Father fulfills all your desire. Whatever people do, it continues to bring them down. They will learn all occult powers, etc., and yet continue to become impure. Song. Our pilgrimage is unique. Om Shanti. While living in this world, you children have no more connection with the old world. You are making effort to claim your inheritance from the unlimited Father for the new world. Until establishment takes place, although you are sitting in the old world, all your attention is on earning a true income for heaven. You can see signs of destruction that has to take place. You know that the flames of destruction emerged from the sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra. This Mahabharat war definitely has to take place for our own benefit, that is, for the benefit of our Bharat. In fact, you are not battling with anyone now, you are doubly non violent. You neither have the violence of lust nor of anger. So, we Brahmins, no, we don't have violence. We are double non violent, no anger, no lust. The main violence is lust. This world is impure. How did you become impure? Because of vice. The vice of lust has caused you sorrow from its beginning through the middle to the end. It is said of anger. There is no question of purity and impurity. It is lust that deceives everyone. There is the question of purity and impurity. How much pure we are, how much free of vices we are. It is lust that deceives everyone. It is because of this vice that innocent ones are assaulted. If someone becomes pure, their partner does not. They fight. Father says, both have to promise to sit on the pyre of knowledge. They make you sit on the pyre of lust. The Father cancels the deal. The pure world is now being established, and so that deal has to be cancelled. By sitting on the pyre of knowledge, you will become pure and the masters of the pure world. You too have a war. In fact, your war is more dangerous than any physical war because Ravan is your very old enemy. You have to conquer him. The more your intellect you is connected to the one, the more power you will receive. So as much as we are in his remembrance, continuously will keep on receiving power. Sometimes God, when He is giving sakash to us, energy to us, that time we are not connected. He doesn't reaches us. So our Father also sent us energy, as we are sending energy, on the globe. But that time when we are not in His remembrance, Baba says, continuously be in His remembrance only. Everything depends on following Srimad. How much we are following Srimad, He will be pleased. As like if you see Loki, our parents get pleased if we follow their instructions. Same way, God get pleased if we follow His Srimad. Murli, Srimad says, while living at home with your families, become full of all virtues. 16-degree full. It is souls that have to become the souls were 16 celestial degree full. While taking 84 birth, they have continued to come down. You children know that there definitely was the kingdom of deities. The kingdom of Ram was established. They have given the name of Ram, but in fact name is Shiv. So Ram means Shiv. As like Ravan, this is the age of Ravan. So Satyuga is age of Ram, that is Shiv. They say salutation to Shiv, they don't say salutation to Ram. The name Shiv Baba is absolutely right. No one calls Ram Baba. They call Shiv Baba. Ram means supreme power, supreme soul, not the King Ram of the warrior caste. There was a King Ram, but actually King Ram is not worshipped. Shiv Baba is worshipped. People continue to repeat whatever they hear. Now, no one apart from you children has accurate yoke with the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. So full world has created some or the other type of yoga technique, but God is telling the one that except us nobody know because we have been taught by Him alone, by God Himself. So we know correct yoga, how to do correct yoga with Supreme Father. Nobody else in this world know. They believe that Supreme Soul is the form of light or the Brahm element, and He is beyond name and form. So they have lots of concept, but what Baba is teaching that concept is only true because He is only truth. If they speak of Brahm, they think of that too. His is His name. They don't understand anything at all. The Father says, I am the ocean of knowledge. I am extremely subtle. There is nothing more subtle than He is. He is extremely subtle, just as the seed of a tree is very subtle. It is tiny to look at, so the seed of human world tree is the most subtle of all. Poppy seeds are the teeniest of all. They are very fine. Their plants are very big. So some people try to see the soul. When they sit in meditation, they try to see the soul. You have to realize it with your intellect. We cannot see the soul with our naked eyes because it is very tiny. In the same way, we cannot see Supreme Soul. We have to realize it through our intellect that yes, we are visualizing Him, we are seeing Him, but we cannot see through the naked eye. This thing has to keep in mind while practicing yoga. He is extremely subtle. There is nothing more subtle than tea. You have seen poppy seeds? How fine, tiniest it is. But its plant is very big. Same way, Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is even more subtle point than that seed. So poppy seed, more finer than that poppy seed. So can you imagine how it is? The Father says, among you two, you know me number wise, who I am, what I am. So in us also, even though everyone has taken 7 days course, even though they don't understand equally, everyone don't understand the stuffs equally. Only a handful out of multi-millions understand the secret. No human souls can have the praise of Shiv Baba. See how he comes and purifies the impure world. He personally comes here and teaches you children. See him in front of you. He has personally come and he's teaching us. Baba, they don't know anything at all. They neither know me nor the cycle. You know now, number wise, according to your effort. So, how much we will study, our knowledge about him will increase. You don't have any connection with the thing of this old world. People are in extreme darkness. They have their own business, but you have your own business. So they have their own business, doing yajna, doing this, doing that. But ours is true yajna, true yoga, everything, true knowledge. You are the incognito army with the power of yoga. Those armies are of physical power. You know them, but no one knows you. Scientists try to go to the stars. They have seen them, so they think, why can't we go there? Why can't we reach the bottom of the sea? This is why they continue to make effort. However, they cannot make effort for something that cannot be seen with the eyes. They only have physical things in their intellect, and they continue to make effort for those things. They don't know the most subtle one, a supreme soul at all. He himself comes and gives you children his introduction. You made a large image of an oval form of light, a shivling. Why did we make shivling? So oval form of light, we made a big image of it, and so that enters your intellects. The Father continued to explain to you children, just as the ways and direction of Father are unique, in the same way your direction for salvation are on the whole unique. You don't have any connection with anything else. You have become true Brahmins. There is no expansion of those Brahmins. Those Brahmins say we are the children of Brahma. Brahma is Prajapita, father of humanity. Who is this father? No one knows this. They speak of Trimurti Brahma. How can there be three forms of Brahma? They are just three deities, and the activity of each one is separate. The Creator is only one Shiv. All of us is His creation, and we reside there. The highest on high is the Father Supreme Soul. So, in the soul world, highest on high is the Father, and below we are His creation, reside there. Only the one incorporeal Father is called Supreme Soul. It isn't that because He is incorporeal Supreme Soul, and that we souls are also incorporeal, that all are one, that all are His forms. No, we all are separate entity, separate energy. The Father is separate from the children. The Father has given you knowledge. If father and son are alike, that doesn't mean that father is son and son is father. Both are different. It is not mentioned in the scriptures that Supreme Father, Supreme Soul sits and teaches Brahmins the born creation of Brahma. God comes and brings about the end of impure world and the beginning of the pure world. Therefore, He definitely has to come at the conference age. It takes time to become pure. For half a cycle, there is burden of sins on your head. The alloy that is mixed in soul will be removed with the fire of you. You have to become Satopradhan. So whatever sins we have accumulated, it is like the alloy got mixed with the gold. We were pure gold, Titi religion. The alloy got mixed. That has to be removed with the fire of yoga. You have to become Satopradhan. We have become impure and we will continue to become pure by having remembrance alone. This is so easy. We have to go around the cycle of 84 births once again. You children have received this knowledge. The Father says, I have come to teach you Raj Yoga once again. So he only teaches Raj Yoga to everyone. 5,000 years back he only taught, and now again he only came to teach us. The Father gives you inheritance, whereas Ravan curses you. So Ravan only makes us curse, make us do the sinful act. Only the Father sits here and explains this. Nobody in this world can explain this. The Father comes at this time and fulfill all your desire. It is Maya who fulfills all impure desire. Those with occult power earn a lot of money nowadays. Maya fulfill those desires of theirs. They have books about that too. You don't have any books. So if you see occult power who are uh, gathering, they have lots of books on that. But we don't have any book because God is ocean of knowledge and He is giving us knowledge. We don't need anything. We just need connection with Him. You don't have to study any scriptures, etc. You have received Father Srimad. Children become pure and make other pure. So again, He is asking us, children, become pure and make other pure. So God is telling us, why shouldn't we do that? Must never become impure. This department of yours is separate. Those who become Brahmins in the previous cycle will come and make effort. Look how the sapling of deities is being implanted. So those who, you know, came before will again come back. So drama repeats itself. People continue to become Brahmins, and that's why it is told history repeats itself, but nobody know the meaning, how the history repeats itself. Those who listen to even a little knowledge will become part of the subject. They will go into the kingdom. Death is just ahead. Conflict can become more intense, or it can even stop. The intellect says that there is still some time left. The kingdom has not yet been established. You have not yet given knowledge to the kings of or sannyasis. The intellect says that there is still time left before destruction. However, rehearsal will continue to take place. It is wonder. Those people have sacrificial fire to end wars, whereas God has created sacrificial fire to transform the whole world. So there is difference of sacrificial fire between what God created and what is created physically, Havan and all. So it is to end up the war or bring about peace, but God's sacrificial fire is to transform the whole world. There will be little peace, and people will say it is because we created sacrificial fire. Once the sacrificial fire becomes successful, they would continue to have them. They create a sacrificial fire for it to rain, and they become happy if it does run. But if it does not run, they would say that God's will. So they will do yajna havan and for rain for each and every problem. And if rain come, they become happy. And if rain don't come with the sacrificial fire, God's will. When someone sheds his or her body, they say that he or she has become resident of heaven. Yeah. So somebody die, we say that okay, the person went to heaven. If somebody gone to heaven with this so much happiness, why should we mourn? Why should we be sad? We should be happy that he went to a happy place. But nobody understand. Nobody can go to heaven. If that person has gone to heaven, then consider it to be his great fortune. Maya Ravan has locked everyone intellect. So our mind cannot think properly. Why? Because it is being dominated by Maya Ravan, five vices. You know that you are making effort once again exactly as you did in the previous cycle. Bharat is an imperishable land and there are no other religion at this time. They were all created later on. So Bharat, initially there was only one deity religion, no other language, one religion, one language. So it is imperishable land. But later on, religion starts coming. That is part of the drama. This is also called to be the destiny of the drama. Rivers of blood flow here. They continue to fight with one another. For religion, how much fight happens? Although they have been living as brothers for a long time, Hindu and Muslims still have separate religions. They come later and so they fight among themselves. You don't have any connection with that. So these two religions are formed later on, Hindus and Muslims. No, they are not from initially, and that's why they fight among themselves. But we don't have any connection with them. You have to remain engaged in doing your service. Simply take 3 feet of land and open the spiritual hospital. Then expansion will gradually continue to take place. The lake will be created drop by drop in this way. Slowly, slowly, our effort and God taking effort through us, this will create the lake drop by drop. Also, keep this picture in your what picture? Drama, that world cycle picture, whatever picture Baba is telling, na Vishnu, Lakshmi, Vishnu picture, Satyu picture, so that we can explain to everyone. Come and we will explain how can you claim your inheritance from the unlimited Father for 21 births. Death is just ahead. Now simply remember the unlimited Father and the inheritance. This is called the land of death. The Father says, remember me and I will take you back with me. This is why he says, I am death of all death. I am the great death. He takes everyone with us to the our home. And that's why it's called death of all death. He's a great death. There is the immortal throne. So his place in Paramdham is also immortal throne, and our place in this between the eyebrows is also called immortal throne because souls are immortal. The children understand that you are completely unique in this world. The one who is teaching here is unique. He speaks to souls. It is souls that listen, souls that speak through their mouth. This is soul listening through the ears. I, soul, am doing this through this body. It is soul that experiences taste. It is souls that say this is sweet, this is sour. Sanskars are in the soul. So Father is telling, God is telling, I'm speaking to soul. And so we should practice. I'm a soul. I'm listening. I'm speaking through this mouth. I'm eating through this mouth. I'm taking work from my hand. I'm thinking, not the body thinking. I am tasting, not the body tasting. The Father says to souls, you have to return home. Now we soul realize ourselves that Father is telling to us that this body is like a snake's, uh, like the snake leave the skin, same way we have to leave this body, and so there should not be any attachment to this body. You have to now return back home. You have taken 84 births and now you have to shed those bodies and remove your attachment with them. A snake does not have attachment to its skin. It sheds its old skin and take a new one. These are our old skins. They have to be shed in the same way. So this is the practice we have to make. Always come out of the body as a soul form and see your body. See body getting burnt, see the cremation of the body being done by the family members. We have to remove our attachment. The example of the buzzing moth also applies to you. In fact, sannyasis cannot give this example. Nobody in this world can give example like this. Everyone in this impure world is like vicious insect. You Brahmins burst this knowledge to them and purify them. So all the Baba is telling everyone in this world are vicious insects with vices. And we Brahmins, we burst this knowledge and make them pure. You say, remember Shiv Baba? This is the magic to change human beings into deities. He's the world's greatest magician. He changed thorn into flower, human beings into deities. All these are his names: the magician, the businessman, the jewel merchant. Acha. I explain a great deal to you, children. Nevertheless, you are told to remember Father and the inheritance. Always stay in remembrance, whatever work you do. Father says, if you surrender yourself to me once, I will surrender myself to you 21 times. How much big statement it is. Just write down and hang it in your room that God says what He's telling us. Surrender yourself to me once now, and I will surrender myself to you 21 times. This tale is very good, is it not? Shiv Baba is the bestower. He shows you the way to remove attachment by living at home with your families. Continue to follow Srimad. Purity is first in this. We have to become pure. This is spiritual pilgrimage. Everything depends on this pilgrimage. Human beings go on so many physical pilgrimage. Yours is only one spiritual pilgrimage. So we only have this spiritual pilgrimage where we leave our body and this physical world and go to Param Dham and come back, go to subtle world. So how nice pilgrimage is, go to Madhuban. That soul sits here and teaches all souls here. All of this is a matter of intellect. Sorrow cannot come to you, children. You know that such great destructions takes place for us. Therefore, you cannot feel sorrow inside. So when we are really full with this knowledge, when we do yoga, imbibe it properly, think on it, churn it, that much intellect come, that much understanding come, that much comfortability come that we don't feel sorrow. We don't feel sorrow for the destruction of the world. Our eyes will be seeing the beauty of the new world. If you do feel sorrow, it means that you are weak or that you don't have that full stage of knowledge. That means we have not imbibed the knowledge which Baba is giving us. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long last, and now for children, love, remembrance, and good morning. From Mother, Father, Bap, Dada, the spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. From the spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning. From Mother, Father, and Bap, Dada. So, Namaste, Baba, Namaste, Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Remove your attachment from old skin of your body. Keep your intellect engaged on the spiritual pilgrimage. Don't have any connection with anything in the world. Sit on the power of knowledge. Become pure and claim your full inheritance from Father. Today's blessing. May you constantly perform auspicious tasks by imbibing the nobility of purity and become a highest and most special soul. When ordinary souls adopt purity, they are called great souls. Purity is nobility. Purity is worthy of worship. The purity of Brahmins is remembered. When an auspicious task is to be carried out, they have it done by Brahmin priest. In fact, there are many who are Brahmins in name, but you are special souls who do everything according to your name. You perform ordinary actions in remembrance of the Father, and so you become special. This is why, when you perform such special actions, you become the highest and most special souls. Slogan: To give all souls the experience of happiness through myself is to be a master bestower of happiness. To give all souls the experience of happiness through yourself is to be the master bestower of happiness. Om Shanti.
दिलाराम बाबा मेरा बाबा, बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा। दिलाराम बाबा मेरा बाबा, बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा। हमको बनाते कांटों से फूल, हमको बनाते कांटों से फूल, चमकाते भाग्य मेरा बाबा। बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा, बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा। दिलाराम बाबा मेरा बाबा, बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा, बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा। ज्ञान के बल से हर एक पल को जीना सिखाते हैं बाबा। ओ, ज्ञान के बल से हर एक पल को जीना सिखाते हैं बाबा। अपने ही संग से स्नेह उमंग से हर रिश्ता बनाते हैं बाबा। मन बना कुंदन चिंतन चंदन, मन बना कुंदन चिंतन चंदन, खुद सा बनाए मेरा बाबा। बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा, बड़ा जादूगर मेरा बाबा।